I'm trying to show an ideological, like an ideal space, but bro, if you do 1 versus 0 a day, I'm thrilled.
That's the sweet spot.
But this is why I use the physical thing. Like, you do 10 push-ups a day, you're gonna get 10 push-up a day results. You do 100, you're gonna get 100. I mean, like, this is what's so fun about being in this game. It's like, oh damn, like, this is one of the most merit-based, like, the reason I love sports is you can hide almost everywhere in life, even entrepreneurship. I got friends who've had 3 failed businesses and they suck shit at entrepreneurship, but if you look at their Instagram, you'd think they're the fucking greatest of all time. But sports, you can't hide. You play one-on-one and you lose 11-3, you lost 11-3. What I really like about social, you can sit here and say people got lucky, but it's not true. People are like, Gary, I've been shadow banned. I'm like, you haven't been shadow banned, you just suck. So, yeah, bro, like, to your point, going 0 to 100's hard. But let me tell you how I think about it. If you go and film something for an hour, whatever it is, a day at work, why is Dustin here right now? I would tell you that I'd probably still public speak for the content more than the speech. That the filming of this is incredibly valuable for me because I'm gonna get 6 to 7. I mean, how many people here follow me pretty well, just to give me a sense? That's super humbling, thank you. So, y'all know, I don't make content. I just film my life. I'm too busy to film content. I'm not an influencer. I run businesses. I have 4,000 employees with all the businesses combined. Like, when people come to VaynerMedia, they're like, what's this? Like, most people think I'm like a motivational speaker. I'm like, I'm a fucking operator, dick. Like, so I figured out, because I knew it was so valuable, okay, wait a minute, if I film my everyday, that's how I'll get my content, because I ain't got time to like sit behind a green screen or, but most people do.
And you don't think there's too much?
Bro, nobody's gonna see your shit.
No overkill?
No, I don't think there's too much. You're gonna post tomorrow and 9 people are gonna see it. There's 8 billion people on Earth.
Right, but let's say you got LinkedIn or whatever platform serves up the people who interact and engage with your stuff, right?
There's never too much of a good thing. To your point.
So as long as the content is quality, right?
This goes back to the merit. When I popped out in like 2006, 7, 8, most people actually thought I'd be gone in a year debating on like who was gonna win, because I'm too much, I'm a lot. And people thought, okay, this is all sizzle. The reason I'm still here is I have enough to say. I'm good enough. By the way, the reason I still operate is the day you stop operating, you're out of touch. The reason I'm contemporary and good is because I'm actually doing it and then I just talk about what I'm doing. It's really hard to talk about TikTok properly if you've never done TikTok. So, no, I don't think there's too much, brother. Look, if you're, and remember, when I say 4 or 5 times a day, 6 times a day, I think you need to be on 7 platforms. So it's not 6 on LinkedIn. The problem with most people here is they're one-dimensional or just on Instagram. I'm talking about Twitter, X, Facebook, and then inside of it, now you got me. It's Facebook and Facebook Reels. It's Instagram and Instagram Stories. It's Pinterest. Tons of people here should be doing stuff on Pinterest, not even thinking about it. LinkedIn's a monster for everyone here. Facebook's still a monster. YouTube Shorts is a monster. YouTube long form, monster. Like, there's a lot going on out here. So first of all, I have 3 full-time assistants and 2 chiefs of staff, 5 human beings whose full life is to manage every one of my minutes. But again, because I just did it with content, the first 1998, the first 13 years of my career, I managed it myself. And what I learned when I managed it myself was the #1 thing I'm positive of, I'll die on this hill. Every one of you spend too much time in meetings that mean nothing. And so the time management to me is the obsession with it being valuable because I'm hungry. But I don't judge, like, I wanna take a big step back. If you're sitting here and you're good emotionally and you're good financially, besides protecting your moat that's working for you, I don't care if you do anything I'm saying. But if you're looking to grow, you just realize time is the one thing. And I think people don't invest in time. There's a lot of people here who are doing pretty well and still don't have a full-time admin because they think of it as a cost and don't realize they'll double their salary. right? They're like, fuck, I don't want to give up 70K for that. Or they're too private. My dad doesn't have an admin because he was born in Russia and he doesn't want anybody to know his shit. Meanwhile, the last 7 assistants I've had can memorize, like literally can rattle off my social security number right now for you. So like, we're really the two extremes and everyone here is in between, but the way I think about it and what I do is like, I put money into capable people to make it go well, and then I refine it and refine it and refine it. I'll give you a couple other tactics that might help people here. How many people here have an admin? So one big thing is how often I meet with my admin team every Thursday for an hour or 30 minutes to look at the week ahead. And even though like on Monday, I'm like, this is the most important meeting, book it next week for an hour, literally by Thursday when we do it, I'm like, cancel that meeting. Because shit's moving and things change. And so, again, it's kind of like that chicken and egg game. I don't think people are committing enough dollars and time to manage their time. And that's how I do it. And then back to your point, Vayner Sports with AJ, you know, my pickleball team that I own, like the esports team that I own, like VaynerX has 11 or 8 companies in it, VFriends. The other thing is I put family in charge of my businesses. Whether it's my actual family, like my brother AJ, or my family like Andy, who's been with me for 11 years and he runs VFriends. If people are gonna go to a real high level, and I hope all of you do if that's what you want, please remember that adage of like, don't bring friends and family into the business is just as wrong as nice guys finish last. It is dangerous, and you could, if you care more about your money than your best friend or your sister, well then you're vulnerable. But if you don't, and you understand that shit is bullshit compared to that relationship, then you should only surround yourself with family and best friends. It's the best. It's the best. But most people are scared to do it because they have a belief. And listen, I have no interest in judging. I'm just sharing shit that I see, and not just my own life. I get to look at a lot of businesses, and I'm older now. I'm grown. I've seen it. I'm so fortunate. I'm not attached to my money. I'm not attached to my notoriety. I don't have my self-worth wrapped up into Garyvee or my bank account. I have it to like who I am as a dude. So I got lucky. I know that's not everyone. But if that's not you, if like you need that blue check mark, if you need that 1 million followers, if you need that $1 million, that's something you should really work on, because you'll always be vulnerable if that's true. That means you value other people's opinion more than your own opinion about your own self. Before there were 29 employees on my content, I did 8.5 years all by myself. So what do I think everyone should do? That. I think that a lot of people are very bad at time management. They tell me, I had this kid at the airport, it's like, yo, I hear all your fucking spit, great kid. I liked him, like, that's why I chopped with him. He's like, you spit all this stuff. He's like, I ain't got time. I'm like, take out your phone. He's like, all right. I'm like, show me your calendar. He's like, nah, I'm like, show me your fucking calendar. Takes out his calendar, dude's got 3 meetings. Bro, do you know what you know what my calendar looks like? I do 78 meetings a day, 15 minutes, because 30-minute meetings are really 15 and 1 hour meetings are really 30. If you're doing a 2-hour lunch meeting, you got time. So what do I think? I think people need to make content. And I gave them permission today. I know you know my stuff. I'm starting to really, because I'm writing, the new book, like, you don't want to be on camera because you're because people beat themselves up visually. Like, I really believe in that everyone's beautiful thing. I understand some people are universally considered attractive versus not, but like the thought that people are here are not gonna build their actual business and dream because they're scared of one person saying they're ugly in a comment on Instagram breaks my heart. Let me just talk on that real quick, because I know this shit stops y'all. If somebody takes the time out of their day to go around the internet to find you and tell you that you're ugly or stupid, think about how sad their fucking life is. Stop feeling bad for you when people say that to you. Start feeling bad for them. So I think people should do what I started doing 15 years ago. I believe everyone here should make content. I believe it is absolutely enormous. Not to mention, even if they never hit it in social, it's them practicing their sales pitch. It's them engaging with people. A lot of you are trying to get to people. Let me give you an example of a real estate or a mortgage professional that is all day long one of the most clever moves everyone can do here. You start a podcast around the town you do business in, and now you're reaching out to people that you want to do business with, and instead of trying to sell to them, you tell the rich dentist in your town, hey, you're a pretty amazing dentist. You want to be on my podcast to tell people about your dentistry? Now you've just turned a sales pitch and not into a sales pitch, but now you're giving the dentist a platform. Now that dude's coming to your fucking house. Now you're fucking friends. Now you get their fucking business. That's a good idea. And by the way, let me tell you about humans. They've all got egos. Even though nobody's listening to your podcast, nobody asked that dentist to ever be on a podcast before, and he's fucking pumped.